Not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing. You hear me? On this good Friday morning, I said, do you hear me? Get them up. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, B. So we're here to talk about Married to Medicine. Okay. I want to get into some things when it comes to that. Let me hop over here.
Y'all giving me land.
Get some stuff together over here on my end. And we gonna talk about the show, y'all. We gonna talk about this show because Simone said today, or at least that day, was the day of accountability. All right. So do y'all feel like it was some accountability being had? Some accountability being taken by the people? Let's get into it. All right. So first things first, Toya. Toya appears to have a bone to pick with T. I really don't even know for sure like what T did to I'm trying to remember. What did T do to Toya aside from not wanting to get her I guess going on social media. Cuz I think Toya does bring that up. I think T didn't like how Toya was moving, I guess, with the quad situation. But anywho, Simone asked Jackie if she was surprised that Phaedra didn't come. And Jackie said, hell no, because she don't fool with bitches like us. Period. So, I mean, I don't know why you even asking about it anyway. hmm She don't fool with these type of biddies. So, okay. So, everybody's about to hit the stage and things. And then T asked whether or not Quad has left. Now, she didn't say Quad's name, but they did show Quad. Then they went to T. She could have been talking about Contessa, Heavenly. She could have been talking about any of the ladies. But how they showed Quad first, then her, it made it appear as though she was trying to see if Quad left, right? Because she wanted to be the last one to walk out. Why? I'm not sure. It's giving did you want them to see your look and see that you rebelled a bit? Because although to you your outfit looked good and stuff, it didn't fit the theme necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Really, a lot of y'all did. I feel like the only person to really meet the mark of the Bridgerton or Georgetown theme was Toya, in all honesty. Um, so was it that, or did you want to see everybody's face as you walked out? You wanted to get their reaction. You wanted to see what that's what I think it was. I think you wanted to get their reaction of you walking out. Although I don't think that's wrong, I am concerned about T's security within herself. I don't know. I'm sure the ladies may have contributed to that, and maybe some of the fans too. I do think T needs a better stylist. I hope that she gets a better one come next season. I hope T gets a person that's gonna lay that makeup down, somebody that's gonna have that hair on point, and that's going to dress her appropriately, especially as you continue to be a part of this show. Right. I mean, and it's a common thing for people to be a part of reality shows and then they start to elevate themselves in some fashion. Now, granted, Greg is going to be flattered for a little bit, okay, until your mindset starts shifting as well, and that's going to be a problem. But I do, if T's going to be a part of this show, I definitely want to see some growth in personality. I want to see growth in attire, look, everything, because you now have access to the people that everybody else got access to. So I would like to see it. Also, I want to highlight with T having big breasts, you definitely are going to need a stylist that's going to be able to find a tire that's going to compliment you. And although I was like, okay, T's dress not bad, I wish it was a bit longer or whatever the case was. But as you sat on the couch, it did look, although the top was supposed to be like, there were pieces of it that was higher. I don't know. I guess it was supposed to hold the breast in or whatever. It looked like your breasts were about to spill over. And I really, really hated that. I really, really hated that. And I want to see you do a little better, because I do not like when people try to play you out to be a little girl. Like Toya did say, you sound like a little girl. Toya wasn't really lying. I mean, you kind of do at times, not all the time, but at times. But I do feel like whether you sound like a little girl or not, they're gonna little girl you anyway, because that's how they started doing Quad when Quad first came on the show, right? And for a good bit of time, right? They don't see you as on the same level as them, so they definitely gonna give you that flack. And I really hate that for you, ma'am. I really, really do. Let's keep going. So they start the show off by discussing Phaedra in her absence. Okay, so they're talking about that, and hold on, let me see something real quick, y'all. Okay, all right. So they're discussing Phaedra in her absence. Y'all know Phaedra did not show up to this reunion at all. Toya wanted Phaedra to come and defend herself. That's how Toya felt. All right. She calls them, they do a flashback to what Phaedra said in the confessional. She called them mean. She called them demonic. She said they was fat. She said they were trash. She said they were angry. I felt like she was primarily talking about you, Heavenly, and you too, Simone. I think this, to me, I feel like she was primarily talking about y'all. I do. Um, Contessa, I love Contessa's response, because Contessa knew she wasn't talking to her. Hello? Because Contessa like, I'm none of those things you described, bitch. Okay? She's like, no ma'am. So she was like, oh, she did y'all like that? Okay, she gave y'all her ass to kiss, huh? Because also Contessa is still in contact with Phaedra too. So I do like the fact that she knew. She ain't talking to me. She talking to you bitches. I ain't even have a whole lot of interaction on that level and put her in those type of situations either for her to be talking about me. Okay? But she talking about you. Loved it. Right? So then Simone says, so we got to get to Simone. Simone says that none of them have done the trash that Phaedra used to do. None of us have done the trash that she used to do. And I understand everybody gonna always go back to that moment that she talked SHI and said and tried to put those allegations out there about Kandi, right? But for me, I don't really take a lot of y'all serious, because some of you same people, not all, but some of y'all, still stand for Porsha, who was very instrumental in passing that very lie along. So that's insane to me. Y'all forgive Porsha and just act like ain't nothing happened, but make sure you bring up the Phaedra portion. I'm not saying don't bring up Phaedra. What I'm saying is make sure you do both when you do it. Also, it's a few things in my head, but I don't have to address that part. But what I am gonna get into is you a little bit, Simone. I want to talk about you for a little bit. But give me 1 second, because I have something else that I need to do that I have not done. So give me 1 second. But while I'm doing this, you guys, please make sure that you're liking up the video if you have yet to do so. If you've come in and you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Let me do this real quick. Like, I just need to make a little change here, please, and thank you. There we go. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, cool. I had to fix that. So, anywho, let's get into you for a little bit, Simone. You said that none of y'all have done the trash that she used to do. Now, I understand where you're going, because you guys didn't put certain sex allegations out there about somebody or insinuate things. But what you're not gonna do is sit up here and act like you hoes don't do stuff too. What you're not gonna do is act like Quad and sit her ass on this stage and say that Mariah used coke. Huh? 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 Yeah, so y'all do put allegations out there on people. Stop playing. Okay? You're not gonna sit up there and act like y'all don't talk about people's body and body shame, because wasn't Jackie and Heavenly giving each other toe to toe just a little piece? Didn't they have some things to say about each other, body wise? Okay then. Didn't you also? Wasn't it a you that said? Wasn't it a you that said Quad was sleeping with her contractor as if that was any of your business? I'm listening. Yeah. So don't sit up here and act like you hoes have it done and said and did. And then you want to come to the with the angle of we're doctors. We all have great careers. Some of us are married to doctors. We've done great things. And I love my job. What does you loving your job got to do with any damn thing? Nobody said that you didn't love your job. I mean, you've been in it long enough. We're sure that you love your job. There was a time where you was doing your job more than being at home because that's so much of a requirement for you at being a doctor. Like we know this with you. You spent a lot of time going to school for that. I'm sure you love your job. Where did that come from? Okay? The fact that y'all be trying so hard to differentiate y'all fucking actions from Phaedra is what be killing me softly. And the basis of y'all doing it is holding her to the fire of the shit that happened on a show you bitches wasn't even a part of. On some shit that whatever happened, clearly Kandi done moved on and went on to befriend a person that sat up there and put the shit out there about her. But not befriending Phaedra. And that's fine. You don't have to. But still be around and are friends with other people that are cool with Phaedra. Like, come on now. Like, no, ma'am. You hoes be on the same type of time. I don't know why y'all try to make it seem like y'all any different. But anywho, so Heavenly says Phaedra tried to play Apollo and she got played, and I'm still confused as to how. How did she get played? And Heavenly's talking about breaking the fourth wall. I say you could have kept that fourth wall intact because you really ain't tell us shit that we didn't already know. Can I break the fourth wall? And what's killing me is how you sit your ass on the stage head and you're trying to act a bit of demure, but when you be down on the YouTube, that's not the energy that you get. Okay? And then when you be on the show, you don't even act like that. So why is you trying to if I could just break the fourth wall and say I had a conversation with Phaedra and Phaedra was very well aware. We saw it. We saw it. We saw it. We saw it. Okay? And what also is interesting, y'all say that she brought the man intentionally, okay? So if she brought that man intentionally, how would it have backfired on her if that was the plan? If she sat up there and let Jackie tell it, and Jackie says that Phaedra says that Apollo always gets upset when she has a man around. Well, if she brought a man around, then it seems to me that she didn't get played. It seems like her plan worked out exactly how she wanted it, because how the fuck the very next day she gonna be able to get a jet gassed up to fly out? No, in my opinion, I feel like Phaedra had this all played out. She was gonna bring Shaq, and y'all feel like she knew that Shaq was friends with Apollo, and maybe she did bring him to get under the man's skin. It worked just so she could show to Shireen, okay, even though she didn't know Shireen was coming, right? But now Shireen, see, Apollo don't care nothing about you. You sure? Because he seems to be mighty pressed. So that makes you look stupid. Months later, you end up getting a divorce from him. Crack face. Okay. I feel like mission accomplished. Because the whole goal was for her to spin off this show so that she can go on over there and get ready to film Housewives anyway, because she had already did the contract, it appears. So, yeah, that lady planned that out, in my opinion. So y'all might be right on the intentionally bringing the man along, but as far as a backfired plan and getting played, no, y'all got played. Just a little piece, because y'all thought y'all was going to be able to keep that lady on that trip long enough to try and have a similar situation with her as y'all got with Quad and T, which is the whole reason y'all brought T on the show anyway. And Phaedra said, I'm not going to do that. I am going to bring him, or I'm going to let him know what's going on. He going to come, whatever the case is. Things gonna go left, and I'm gonna get this jet gassed up, and I'm gonna get the hell on. I feel like that jet was already a plan. I think Phaedra just needed it out, and I think it worked in her favor, in my personal. So let's see what else we got. What else have we got over here? Apollo and Shireen, they talk about the divorce. This was Quad's time to take her first shot at T. Okay, and she says, the man doesn't change; he just swaps out the women. T didn't know what to say. T was just like, girl, listen. I feel like whenever somebody's telling the truth, I'm going to start looking for that. Girl, yikes, because Quad not lying. especially knowing for a fact that you had the conversation with Heavenly and we saw it on camera that Quad was right about some things when it comes to Gregory's actions because he has not grown. I don't know why. I just that y'all you trying to normalize dating older men like that's supposed to be a great thing. Like and when they asked you about it, T, your answer to me didn't really make sense about, every woman deserves a man to love on her and this, that. Girl, we talking about why you chose the older man. A younger man can love on you and give you the attention and all of that. We talking about why you chose the older man. Why are you creating some type of I don't even want to say organization, but events and stuff surrounded by younger women getting with older men? Like what's the goal? What is that? What are you achieving? What are you achieving? Okay. So anywho, Quad and Simone are in a better place. And Quad says that she has to work through it daily. It did. Andy said daily? And I'm gonna give Quad this. I feel like potentially, because one, Quad doesn't let things go. She does not let things go. I think she's trying to, but Quad does not let go. In addition, even after you've apologized, and that's why Jackie felt the way, because y'all even heard Heavenly gave Quad about 4 damn apologies. Okay? But Quad doesn't let things go. But in addition to that, she does have to rewatch the show. She has to relive the show. And then you got the fans. All right. So then the fans also contribute to that as well. So I do understand if she feels like lately she has had to relive it daily. Simone was asked about not inviting Quad to Whitney. And Simone doesn't think that she owes Quad an apology. She says that Quad was doing a lot of talking, saying certain things or whatever, and she didn't really want to invite her. She didn't feel like she owed her an apology, okay? Simone thinks they are loyal and they are a supportive group, and she don't like the fact that Quad had a king the whole time and wouldn't tell her. I don't think that lady owe y'all her business like that. I'm sorry. Okay? I feel like but then I just, I'm a bit different too. Like, I think that it's perfectly okay for you to withhold a relationship for some time to see what's going to happen. But if I ain't talking to you, I really don't owe you nothing. That's one. But two, like, let her at least see what it's going to be. People be wanting to know, like, right out the gate. And I'm like, that, like, with me and my friends, like, in the past, it's like, I feel like when we would share, people that we're share with our friends, the people we're talking to, or just meeting, it didn't work out beyond a month or something. But when you start keeping it to yourself and just really seeing how it can go, it seemed like those relationships with different friends at different times ended up lasting a bit longer. And it's not that I don't think they were being envious towards me. I don't think that I was being envious towards them or anything like that. It's just like, listen, hold on, just figure that out. Because it's saying, and maybe that's superstitious, but it just seems like, looking at the situation, every time I learn about this person, they not here in a month. So, and vice versa. So just hold on to it for a little bit. So I wouldn't tell you just nothing either. Okay? So there's that. And for me, I'm saying that whether it was a Napa or it wasn't a Napa situation, you'll find out when I'm ready for you to find out about that. And I think she was gonna do it at some point, but just let her see what it's gonna be. So Toya says that she didn't like that Quad said that they asked her to leave when it was Simone that asked her to leave. And that's a bit irritating for me because none of y'all said anything either. So the fact that y'all are trying to take all of this weight and dump it off on Simone, and Simone's like, I don't know what was coming out of my mouth. I don't know what I was saying. I didn't know. Simone, stop. At the end of the day, you did know. Y'all had already had a discussion about which way y'all were going to go. Okay? And y'all all told that lady to leave. And nobody stopped her. So even if y'all did not agree, let's say that Simone just came up with this out her ass. None of y'all stopped it. None of y'all. Y'all just let her, okay, bye. I don't even think nobody went to the room to console her when she was emotional, crying. None of that. Ain't nobody do nothing. But what's also killing me is the fact that Heavenly sat on her platform and said that Phaedra concocted a plan. Phaedra was the one that had a meeting or whatever the case it was to try and get Quad out. But then now we get to the reunion and we seeing that y'all putting it on Simone. So which one is it going to be? I need y'all to get y'all lives in order. So whose fault is it anyway? Is it Phaedra's fault? Is it Simone's fault, or is it all y'all's fault? Yeah. You know what's disappointing is to see Heavenly trying, in my personal opinion, to create a hate train for Phaedra. And it's like I don't think it worked. Because two, she already had that. The same people that didn't like her from Housewives of Atlanta still don't like her as now. And I don't think she grew any more haters than what she already had. So I don't really think the plan worked. A lot of things that you tried to do when it came against Phaedra actually did not work. You tried to say the lady didn't even give the money that she gave, trying to play on her when you wasn't giving that amount. None of y'all was giving that amount. Be very clear. And not only did she give the portion that she screenshotted, Jackie said she gave more than that. But you trying to SHI on her name. Now, you ain't got to like nobody. Do what you do. But y'all ain't got to sit up here and just not give nobody their credit either. That's insane to me too, girl. Like, what the hell? That's why that lady over there giving y'all dust, and I love it. I love that Phaedra be having y'all so bothered. For a person that does nothing on the show, for a person that brought nothing to the show, y'all wanted her to bring herself to the reunion. She didn't bring that on the show. Why should she bring herself to the reunion? Let y'all tell it. She did nothing, you get nothing. We're even here, right? So, yeah, I love that she has the people bothered because of the way y'all have given energy to other people on the show, newcomers and SHI. So, yeah, now y'all get to get a piece of the view or experience of what y'all give to others through Phaedra, because she sees y'all as those type of bitches. Yeah, you remember how y'all kind of saw Quad as that type of BIT, how y'all kind of saw Mariah as that BIT because her and Toya fought or whatever the case was. Yeah. Whew. Anywho, so Quad and Simone. Simone says she acts like they've ganged up on her. And she's like, I love that you like to play this victim thing or whatever. And Quad says, what do you call at the table? Basically, Quad's talking about right before they told her to get out, they kind of all ganged up on her. But I do feel like, Quad, you would have felt ganged up on whether everybody did it in that moment or they would have came to you separately. In my personal, I think it sounds good when you tell people that they can come to you about anything, but I do feel like there's been times on the show where they have and you've had an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Let's see. Quad calls out Simone for not being accountable and says she did what Phaedra couldn't do. And I'm like, it's not that Phaedra couldn't do it. It's just the fact that she didn't want to do it. She did, and clearly, obviously, she didn't have to do it. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. I say that because the way Quad positioned it, and some of y'all fans do as well, y'all positioned it as though the woman was scared to actually sit amongst these ladies. I think she just think less of them and don't desire to sit amongst them because y'all act like she hasn't sat on plenty of reunion stages where she had to be held accountable for the she said. So she's done this before. But I just don't feel like she had to do it with them. Like, I'm out. I got a whole new contract. I do believe if Phaedra did not have that contract with Housewives of Atlanta, I do believe she would have returned right on back over there to that Married to Medicine reunion and sat right on through it. But she done secured a bigger bag, so she like, I'm good. What else? So Toya calls out everyone for not being apologetic. I kind of like that Toya did that. And Quad was like, so you don't think everybody was like genuine with their apologies? She's like, no, like Jackie. Jackie wasn't really genuine, in the Jackie way. I said, if you don't call her out, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And Jackie was like, well, girl, I just gave you a little piece because I felt like, and ended it because I felt like I was going to have to keep going. Now, one, I kind of agree, especially when I see that Heavenly done apologize so many damn times. And also knowing the fact that Quad doesn't let things go. But also, Jackie, you, I think, may have an issue with realizing you're wrong or and apologizing. Because it was giving the same thing with Buffy. Like, Quad, I apologize, done with it. That lady said, I'm going to give you a blank check. I'm screaming. I'm going to give you a blank check and you write on that bitch whatever you fill in the blanks. Okay? Because when I apologize for this, you're going to come back and say that. And another reason why I agree with that, because after Simone and Quad sorted out their issues and apologized and stuff, Simone was not lying at the top of the season when Quad came back, let the fans get in her head. Now you upset again and want an apology when y'all have already worked through that in a sense. Like, I would get tired of that as a friend when I've already apologized and I'm thinking that we good, but every time I look up, it's like it's something else. Like, damn. It will feel like it's no progression for real to me. And how I know Quad truly listens to the fans is because, and I think Bondi specifically, because she said something, what Bondi said, you hopped in that man DMs acting like you could get him a baby and you didn't. She ain't lying. She not lying. She ain't lying. That's exactly what T did. But just hearing Quad repeat that lets me know how much she be tuned in with the fans and the YouTubers. So what's up, Quad? Hey girl. What else is going on? Quad says she wasn't talking to Simone. That's why she didn't know. So let me go back. So yeah, let me go back. So Heavenly agrees with Quad and Simone. And okay, so Heavenly agrees with Quad about the whole, I guess, like apology thing and where Quad was mentally. But when Simone said, you've been giving us your ass to kiss for years, Heavenly was trying to support Quad in the moment by saying, I understand what she's saying. Like, if I was her, I wouldn't have shared with nobody. You know, I don't think I would share with me either the way that we handle her. But I also agree with Simone. They were doing a whole lot of talking over each other, but I definitely caught that Heavenly agreed with Simone that Quad has been giving them their ass to kiss for years. Okay. And they even played that clip, that flashback when Quad was talking. She said she told Quad that she's playing the victim at that table last time. Or not taking accountability. But I think she said something about her playing the victim or something like that. But anywho, so Quad says that, you know, she wasn't talking to Simone and that's why Simone didn't know about her and King, period. So T says that Quad is jealous and I need you to stop that narrative. Okay? No. I need you to stop that. I really do. And I don't know what she could actually be jealous of. I don't think Quad is jealous, y'all. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't agree. Abort mission. I do not believe that woman is jealous, but I do think she gets a kick out of fucking with you because you're young. And I also believe that Quad sees you as weak. In my personal. And it's crazy because it's not really crazy. It's not crazy. But it's just interesting to watch because I feel like the energy Quad is giving to T is some of the energy those ladies gave to her when she first came into the season, into the show, and she didn't really like that because Toya and Carrie weren't featuring Quad's ass at all. Okay, they really was not featuring her for real. And she didn't like that. She didn't like that energy for real, but baby, she used to try and wear Carrie ass out. But and Toya was like, why she do that to me? I'm rewatching like the first season. I think I'm on like episode 6 or something like that. But I thought that was kind of funny. And Toya was like, well, I guess she know who to play with. I'm hollering. But anywho, yeah, so T says that Quad is jealous. She says that she and Quad haven't had any issues, but when she goes on a press tour talking down on her when she said nothing about her, can only make one think that. Not necessarily. I think it can only make one think that if that's what they want to believe, but that ain't what it is. But I do agree with T when she says that Quad goes around talking about her. You definitely see her as a weakling. You definitely see her as a butt of the joke. I don't know if you make it easy for them, but speaking on Quad, that is what you do. That is definitely what you've done it multiple. You mocked the girl online. They played some of the flashbacks that you did. Like, I don't understand it. If y'all ain't got no issue, they ain't got no beef. Because every time we asking Quad says she has no issue with her. Now, I don't know a person that wouldn't feel away. And y'all don't have to like T, but be honest, right? If you are around a person that says they don't have an issue with you, but every time you look up on social media or something, they saying some shit, you're going to think they have a problem. Now, I don't think y'all are going to think the person's jealous. Depending on the situation, some of y'all might, right? But you definitely going to feel like, bitch, why you be lying? That's acting fake to me. Like, you saying that you ain't got no issue with me when we talk, but then behind my back, I guess you try to appease the audience or something, because then you start throwing shade at me. Like, what the hell? So yeah, and when I do my interviews, I'm gonna throw shade back at you because you've been saying shit about me. It's just what it is. So Quad, like I said, is not jealous of T. Quad did trash talk T, as I said. I do feel like the shade Quad has thrown to T hasn't been necessary for the most part. What else? T, I did say that Quad's not focused on you. Okay. I feel like Quad's not focused on you like you think that she is, because Quad knows that she's more desirable than you. What else? So Quad says T wouldn't be there if it wasn't for her. Did y'all see when Mariah had put that tweet out? That comment out. She said, "I'm gonna drop my damn phone on this one." Now I don't know if that was shade towards Quad or if that was shade towards T because she thought it was funny as hell because she gagged her. I don't know. All right. Because even at times when Mariah could have said negative things about Quad in interviews, she's actually said positive things about Quad. So I don't know if that's shade towards Quad or not, but she did say that. What else? So T tells her, "Well, girl, you wouldn't be here without Greg because he is the medicine." She not lying. She not lying. Neither one of y'all technically would be there without Greg, because you're right, he is the medicine. But that doesn't just apply to her. I think that applies to you. Going back watching season 1 of Married to Medicine, what I did catch was the fact that Quad married Gregory, according to the show, the season 1, 3 months before they started filming that show. Her and Gregory got into it. When they got into it, she left the house. Gregory sent the text message out canceling the whole wedding. Now keep in mind, Toya never even RSVP'd for the damn wedding, which is crazy, but she did get a text message saying the wedding is off. So, and I realized that was like the beginning friction between Toya and Quad, because when Toya approached Quad about that, and Quad said, "Well, we still had a wonderful wedding. It was beautiful. It was so nice 3 months ago." Whatever it was, Quad was saying, hyping up the wedding, and Toya looking at her, but like, why would you marry a man like that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you marry a man like that would be disrespectful to you? And I think he had a mugshot at that time. I don't know if they both had one at that time, but he definitely had one. Something must have went down. But she was like, "Why would you marry a man like that?" He sent up there embarrassing you, sending out messages to everybody that the wedding's over with. It's canceled. We're not doing it. Yikey dikey. And then in that moment, I started thinking, it does make sense. I do not think that Quad ever was in love with Gregory. I do believe she loved him. I do believe that Quad cared about him. I don't think that she was ever in love with him. I think that at the time, Quad was surrounded by a lot of women that appeared to be doing big things or married to guys that were doing big things. And in order to become a part of Married to Medicine, in some fashion, and likely wanting to fit in with the ladies, because the show was Married to Medicine, so everybody was married and connected to medicine. Either you were a doctor yourself and you were married, or either you were a doctor's wife. So Quad married Gregory, right? Even though, yes, it was planned, but I do feel like Mariah may have gotten that green light on when the show was going to be shot and probably gave her the heads up. I do question if Mariah pushed her or heavily supported her in marrying this damn man. I don't know, but that one what she wanted. Okay, because I feel like every time they would film them, they stayed into it. She just wasn't happy, but I think that at a time she was trying to like save face for the community. Hello, and for this damn TV show. That's what I think. And to let his ass go, I know she's very happy. I do think that, and I said this last night on a panel too, if T continues to be on this show, which I know people want her to leave, but I kind of don't yet. I would like to see what that looks like should her and Gregory not make it. Because I don't know if Quad... I think Quad enjoys... I think Quad is... I think it is two things. I think she doesn't have an issue with her, but she enjoys making jokes about her. And I do feel like Quad may have a soft spot a little bit in her heart for her, knowing that you literally inherited literally everything that I already left. So I know how he is. I know how he operates. I know that you're not happy, and I know that you're putting on. But when you're ready, it's given what Quad told her. I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. I think that Quad may potentially embrace her, give her some advice and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I know T has to stick by her husband. That's who she chose. You know, that's who she's married to and stuff. So I get it. But y'all should definitely check out the panel's conversation about that last night. For those that haven't and those that don't, I know I definitely mentioned about T's marriage, like, and I'm gonna say it again, like, nobody's hating on your marriage, you know. Definitely would like for it to go well, but I do feel like as viewers, we kind of saw the beginning of the end when it came to Quad. So a lot of people weren't really surprised when the divorce did happen. So I kind of feel like a lot of the fans kind of see that when it comes to you and Gregory. And you're getting him at a place where he's much, much older. I don't think the age gap was that big between he and Quad, but for you and he, it is. And it's concerning, especially when you see some of the dynamic on television. You know, wishing you the best, all in all. I just don't know about that one. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know about that one. But anywho, so got into that. We talked about that. So yeah, Greg is the medicine. So whether it was T or another woman, it was gonna be because Greg is a part of the show. I mean, it's because Greg is medicine. So what else? T tells Quad that she's a non-motherfucking factor. I said that has to be the worst thing to ever say. After Evelyn Lozada has wore out and coined the phrase, like, it was terrible. That's what you are. You're a non-motherfucking factor. That's what you are. And I'm like, oh my God, T, this is not. You need to get with your reading coach, because this right here was not it, girl. I said, what is going on? Nothing was landing. You trying to go toe to toe, but you not quick with it like that. That may take a little piece of practice. I feel like Quad came in quick with it. That's her personality. You're not ready. Quad, the laughing Quad did in your face most of this reunion, I feel like, in my opinion, that I know you may have put up that front like he didn't care, but I think that definitely affected you. And the way Simone went and had to squat down when you was talking to Toya and all of that, like, girl, I hate to see you in that position. I'm calling things out for how I saw it. And that's why I kind of want to see her stay on the show a little longer, because I want to see the growth. I want to see where you were versus where you're going to end up, personality rise, and having like a backbone and standing for yourself a bit. I kind of want to see that. But baby, child. So then I'm gonna get to that. Let me cause I'm gonna get, let me see. No, I'm gonna say it now because I really don't want to forget. Because I say I'll get to something, then I'll forget. I really hate how this group try to make it seem like that girl is the problem, though. Y'all treat her like a little girl, but then also act like she's the overall problem. Like, Simone getting out your seat to go and try and calm fucking T when you got Toya over there that keep running her fucking mouth too, keep talking, keep being loud, yada, 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 whatever she's saying. Are you okay? How is you cool? Because I'm confused. How you skip over a bitch you sitting next to that you need to calm the fuck down, and you go all the way over to T to tell her to calm down? They both in the wrong. So why is you just going to her? I didn't like that. I did not like that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what y'all trying to do. I don't know. It's giving the people have gotten together and decided they're finna get your ass out. They are feeling so guilty by their decision now of bringing you on the show that they no longer want to look at their decision anymore. So we might need to figure out a way to get her out. Let's paint her as being overly problematic. And Toya, you and your feelings, but then like you mad at the girl, don't want to have nothing to do with her, don't want to sit next to her. But when Simone goes over to talk to her on some big sis lists, wow, I was big sis last year. Like, wow. I don't know if you were being like, dang, she called everybody her sis. or if you were just in your feelings about no longer being the big sis or something. Awkward. You could have still been big sis. You the one that felt like you had to choose. Ain't nobody else sitting down. I felt, aside from Heavenly, because she obviously is beefing with T. But I don't think nobody else really was choosing. You the one that put yourself in that position to choose. Only to turn around and want to change your mind on choosing. I guess. So, let's go back. So Quad, yeah. Okay, so Quad didn't do anything extravagant, okay, to get the Rolls Royce. They talked about the Rolls Royce, and they were like, what did you do, to get the Rolls Royce or whatever? Somebody said she was hunching that man 15 times a week or however many times they was getting it in. And I'm like, y'all, the man owns a luxury car company. All I ask is make sure the car is in Quad's name. That's when we know it's real. At least that's when I know it's real. If you're going to let her ride around, I think that's great. Everybody don't have the luxury or the opportunity to even ride around in a Rolls. Cool. But don't sit up there trying to gift her something and it ain't in her name, because should anything go wrong, I don't want to see you being no Indian giver at all. Because everybody is like King. I'm not on that train yet. I think King appears to be a nice guy, but I do have some reservations. We just gonna have to see how their relationship pans out, because I feel like, I wonder if King wants to get married. I hope that is something that they're really talking about, but I don't know. I could see him. Well, let me say this. Possible. I don't know if this would be in his defense or not, but he could potentially not be ready until Quad does better with healing that side of her that is not past the issue with Gregory. Because he did bring that up earlier in the season. Like, that's still an issue within their relationship. What she went through with Gregory. So I guess she projects, when it comes to their relationship. So that could be a factor. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe, as he says, the order of things. Maybe the order of things is go get this IVF and get this baby. Do what y'all got to do. But at least propose to her. Okay? Go ahead and propose to Quad. So I don't know. But she did say that she's been going to see Jackie. She's working on trying to get this baby, period. And when Toya says pee on the stick, she said, oh, we need to pee on the stick. No, we don't. That's y'all problem. Okay? It reminds me of Wags when they wanted to know if Sade was pregnant. And gonna talk about we need to pee. You need to pee on this. No, I don't. Why do you need to be all up in my womb like that? Okay? How you know when I find out if I am pregnant that I want to be with you hoes? That's between me and my baby Zeddy. Me and my baby father. Not you bitches. And then it's for my mama and my Zeddy. And his mama and Zeddy. Hello? Dear you hoes, get it on the back end. Excuse me? Back up. Y'all want too much into other folks' lives. I do not like when friends are like that. Like, what else y'all got? Like, what other kind of friendships? Like, what other things can the friendship be based on aside from a person always having to tell you every single thing going on? Okay? When you want it to be told to you. Like, damn, can I keep a little piece of shit? Anywho. So Toya got a new house. Shout out to Toya. I know we drag Toya at times about getting multiple homes or whatever, but it's the fact that this hoe can get into multiple ones and some people can't get into one. Okay? And that's no disrespect to anybody. But I mean, that's how Toya is, okay? And she's been able to secure, build multiple, okay, from the ground up, sell them hoes. Get the extra coin off of it potentially if there is some, okay? Pocket it in some fashion. So I don't know. Toya, you might have to start your own realty company or some shit. The way you be over here damn near flipping houses. Okay? Hello. But so she has a new home. So I forgot what Andy asked her, and she said something like, well, I know I didn't move into anyone else's house. Girl, the laugh that Quad let out. Damn, I feel like that laugh could have meant two things. One, laughing at T because you did move into Quad's old house. But then also, like, Toya, don't act like you haven't moved into other folks' houses because you had to rent, girl. Okay? But I thought that was funny. So T says her name is on her home. or on the mortgage. My name is on the mortgage. And I'm so glad Bondi clocked this last night. She's like, girl, you need to make sure your name on that deed. I was like, ooh, not your name on the mortgage. Therefore, you're liable for the debt. Let me tell y'all, I'm sorry. I need more evidence. You need more receipts. I don't believe T name on that house, on the mortgage at all. Unless he probably had refinanced or something. I don't believe that. I think she said what she needed to say in a moment to not look crazy. But I don't think so. Yeah. So I don't believe that. But anywho, so T really thinks Toya is trying to make a moment. Andy says that, well, she's been here for 11 years. Like, baby, Andy, you could be a little messy something, okay? I don't think that Toya was necessarily trying to make a moment in that moment. She just wanted to be shady, but I don't think she tried to really make it a moment. But I mean, maybe so. Toya's like high key when Toya said, do you know where you are? Like, girl, this is literally my theme. Okay? That's like, I'm that girl. Like, pipe down. Do you know where you are? Like, I am the moment. Fuck is you talking about? Girl, I've been here since the beginning. What you talking about? Hello? So T says Toya wanted her to go to war with Quad. When T said that, I definitely believed it out the gate. Now, Toya, you may not have said it in the same fashion of I want you to go to war with Quad, but it could have been certain actions that you did that led her to believe that, or certain things that you may have said. I do believe you wanted her to go to war with Quad. All of y'all, anybody that rallied around and supported T coming on this show, clearly, in my personal, wanted her to go to war with Quad, including them damn producers. Okay, that's what y'all wanted, and now we here. So Quad pretty much clocked that T, even though Toya tried to say, why? I've had my own issues with Quad. Why would I need you? When Quad looked at T and told her, when I came to your bachelorette party and Toya told you to put me out, you agreed with her. That was her way of letting Toya know, you could say no all you want to, but that girl not lying about that. She not lying about that. So Quad brings up the party. Because I don't know why she brought up the party, but I remember saying that it was just crazy because, like, why the hell is you going to this lady's party and bringing her a gift? Like, it was just like Quad just did some weird shit that season. It was just really weird. Like, what the hell? So Simone goes to talk to T. I told y'all why I don't like that. Heavenly and Contessa, they talk. Contessa mad at how Heavenly handled the situation on social media. It's not so much as the stuff that Contessa did and said on the show, right? That's not so much as her issue. If Heavenly's talking about things that may have happened on the show, but it was like, it seems like it was things that she may have confided in Heavenly about, and Heavenly was on her channel talking about her like it was like gossip. Like, damn, bitch, I thought we was friends. I thought we was friends. I thought we was good or whatever, and you over here gossiping about me in so many words. So I think it was just how Heavenly handled herself on social media that was more so the issue for Contessa than what was said on television or whatever. So Heavenly okay. Simone talking about accountability, day of accountability. I feel like Heavenly wasn't willing to take any. Just like when she sat over there in Contessa's face, she just like, we both, she pulled that Greg card. I mean, we both shared a moment in this. It's like, it's both of us. Contessa says her marriage is better because of therapy or whatever. Personally, I'm really over Contessa and Heavenly's beef. Like, y'all can just go away from me with this, okay? Heavenly acts like she was about to apologize for the Yo Mama thing. First, she said, I did apologize. And then Contessa said, oh, you apologized to me? She said, yes, I did. She said, no, you did. She said, well, I'm apologizing now, not necessarily apologizing. Then somebody else hopped into the conversation. Then Heavenly said, I'm done. I'm not. Well, I mean, you didn't intend on doing it anyway. I wish y'all would really be more like Simone. In my opinion, I know she may get loud and get on y'all nerves, but when Simone's like, I'm not apologizing for Napa, period. And Simone has yet to apologize for Napa. If you've heard Simone apologize, it's primarily for what she said at that reunion. But she ain't apologizing for Napa. So at least say that. Like, nope, I'm not apologizing. I said what I said. Leave me alone. Nope, not doing it. So Quad calls out Heavenly, finally checking her about the whole Yo Mama thing or whatever. I did kind of agree with Toya a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, Contessa's mom has passed away, so I understand a bit. So Quad getting Heavenly together, I could appreciate it. Contessa tells Heavenly to be mad at what the street saying when it come to Dr. Damon because she heard that he got some things going on out there. Okay? So then Andy, being messy like he is, and I love it, he says, listen, has anybody else heard that? I didn't hear Jackie say maybe she shook her head. Maybe she said no. I don't recall, but I know Quad said she didn't hear any of that. I don't believe Quad. Sorry. Don't believe ya. Simone said that she heard it. And if Jackie said she didn't, stop lying because you and Simone have had plenty of lunch dates. And I refuse to believe that whatever Simone has learned about somebody in the group, that she has not shared it with you. Simone says that she has heard it. And then you have, what's her name? Toya saying she heard it. But Simone was like, she didn't say she heard the baby thing, but she just said that she heard he approached her for a number or whatever like that. Okay? So they all have heard rumblings about Dr. Damon. All right? So now, Dr. Damon, I would like to see how are you going to get at everybody else? Because you damn sure felt the way about Dr. G because he would have your back when his wife pretty much called out what your wife said to her. And instead of you being mad at what your wife said and did, you want to try and project it onto somebody else, at Dr. Greg, because he didn't take up for the wife. So what you going to do, beef with the whole cast of husbands? Because now you got Simone's husband that knows, I'm sure, Cecil. And then now you got Dr. Eugene. So now what? You just gonna go befriend King? Cause I see that's your little buddy now, buddy. And or Steve. Okay. Anywho, when those two ladies said that, Heavenly was like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay. And then it cut off. I'm like, nah, we got to see more of Heavenly's reaction. Because I refuse to believe that y'all said that about Daddy and Heavenly didn't turn up on y'all. I refuse to believe. Because she don't play about Daddy. If she don't play about Nene, it's Daddy that she does not play about, period. Thank you so much, Hot Commodity, for the super chat. Good morning, Jami. The hair is herring and the skin is skinny, Bookie. You look beautiful as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So I need to know if Heavenly doesn't give a big overdramatic reaction to the allegations out there, then I don't know. I'm not gonna say I believe Dr. Damon has did something because I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Damon did, but I am gonna say that I believe those ladies have heard something. Okay. But we'll see how she, show her arse or whatever. But this right here was crazy to me, honey, because I just think this disrespectful. Dr. Heavenly, why is you trying to comfort this lady like this in this manner? She says, I know I need to be worried about my man asking for numbers. But this is all I'm worried about. Pray for me. Hashtag smiles by Dr. Heavenly. Not hashtag biracial teeth. B-I-T. I'm calculating. I did not know that lady said that. Hashtag biracial teeth. Heavenly girl, give me a second. Because I know like hell you didn't just say that, girl. Oh, no, she didn't, girl. Oh, damn. Hashtag biracial teeth. That is crazy. I did not know Heavenly said that. She's delusional, but I'm very happy her marriage is better. She took my advice and it worked. Child, that's crazy. Embarrassing. So that is what that is where I have to find the other one too, because that's what Heavenly said. But then somebody came back, and I'm sure y'all have seen the photos and everything by now. But the people came back and they done got into Dr. Damon's teeth. Okay, which is crazy. That's insane. That you're a dentist, but maybe he didn't want his teeth done. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a possibility that Dr. Damon was just like, I don't want my teeth done. Like, leave my teeth alone. Like, I've had these teeth all my life, and with me having these teeth all my life, I'm going to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, but child, the way Dr. Damon has been catching these shots, bitch. It's been a little bit of funny. Because Heavenly has said so much about every single one of her cast members. She said so much. And I don't know if she does it as a deflection for what she got going on. I'm not sure. But I do feel like the cast may have a time with you next season. I would like to see it. They might get on your head top just a little bit. But I didn't even know Dr. Damon's bottom grill was like that. But I'm not gonna judge you, Dr. D. I'm not gonna judge you for your teeth. I'm not gonna do that. You know? I'm gonna let y'all do that. Because I mean, not Chopped and Scrooge. The people is a mess, ain't they? That's terrible. Not you trying to get in everybody's mouth but your husband's. Listen, that ain't none of my business, though. That's none of my business. But listen, I just gave y'all a little piece. I know you guys gonna be fighting down in the comments, child. Because I don't always agree with your fave, and I don't care. Okay, and I'm not finna always agree with her ass either. Whether that's Heavenly or Quad, I don't care. And whether that's T, I don't care. Don't care. Be mad, stay mad, have a great day. I am. Okay. But that's all that I got. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you like up the video. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I am Jami, that's me. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I could face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel it.